Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is James Caldwell coming at you again from spillitboy.com. This is my weekly review for Atlanta Exes. This is season 1, episode 7. Let's just jump right into this. This was a much better episode. The episodes, I had some concerns because it was getting kind of, we were getting into a role where every week it was just dry. And I was like, I don't know how much longer, this is going to go on, and we're going to keep excusing these dry episodes. But it got a little better. The girls start off right away. They were at a martial arts class. Everybody except for Cherie. Because Cherie was out of town, with that whole situation with her father and all of that stuff. So she's on her way back. The girls will go to martial arts. And it was really interesting. Christina has some issues. We found out that Christina has actually been in an abusive relationship. And just some of the exercises where they were actually covering the aggressive behavior of an attacker. When it comes to the hand around the throat thing, it just kind of gave her some really bad deja vus. And she really couldn't deal. She had to actually pull herself out of the actual exercise. And Moneta actually went with her to the side. I think their friendship is really pretty. It's really a beautiful, genuine relationship. And they basically sat out for that time. And in the interim, that kind of gave Moneta an idea for an event that she wanted to throw, where she actually was going to she honored 25 women, and I think the main guest of honor was actually Christina. Because Christina actually took that whole situation, and throughout the program, she actually decided that she was going to go and start speaking to younger girls about spousal abuse and what it looks like, and that kind of thing. So she wanted to honor Christina, and then she did 24 other women while she was at it. She actually had met up with Kalila, which is a girlfriend of hers that works with her, and put things together. It was a fabulous event. A fabulous event. And I'm really jumping forward, but we might as well just stay on it while we're on it. It was fabulous. Moneta did a wonderful job. She wore a red sequin gown that was actually custom made for her. It had a train, and it actually had a side slit. It was cool. It wasn't, it didn't knock me out, but it was cool. It looked good on her. She looked nice. Neo actually did show up for the event, which was nice. He came to support. And wouldn't you know, okay, as I'm saying that, everything with the event went fine. Okay, here we go with the bullshit. We did the Kumbaya thing and all that weeks ago with Tamika. Well, the old nasty motherfucking Tamika Raymond that Usher kicked to the motherfucking curb, that bitch is back. So I guess that's why it's been a better episode, because she's back to her old motherfucking tricks with her bullshit. She took, and at that beautiful event, when nobody was having any issues, here comes old Monkey Man and had the nerve to throw a nice little dig in at Moneta about Neo. Call him her financier. Just nasty and shady. I said, oh shit, here we go. And that's what it was all about. The rest of the episode, basically, we were right back to it with that bullshit with that motherfucker Tamika. Her name was all up through it. She was making everybody miserable. So she's fucking happy again with her stinking ass. Anyway, so we move on from there. Here comes that motherfucking cockeyed Monica. I done told y'all before, I do not care for that Monica. She's a bone-carrying bitch, and she's a troublemaker. I told y'all this. A fucking troublemaker. And I can't stand it when I see her old sideways. Goddamn. I just don't care for her. I really don't care for her at all. At all. She looked like a tricked out Asian doll. She's ridiculous. Anyway, she sat down with Monica and, Monica sat down with Cherie and Tamika. And basically, she ended up flipping the script. Cherie and Monica are there, and they're talking about they're going to talk to I'm getting tongue-tied, guys. I'm sorry. Monica and Cherie sat down. They were going to talk to Tamika. They were waiting on the bitch to get there. So, in the time that it took her to get there, they're talking about how Monica had ran and told Cherie again about all this here shit that motherfucker Tamika Raymond had been talking again about her fucking people's husbands and all this bullshit. So once she gets there, motherfucking Monica shows the right side of her face. She takes and flipped the motherfucking script on Cherie and is laughing at the shit that Tamika's saying. Tamika's telling her, well, you know, I've heard a lot about your sexual prowess and this, that, thing, and the other. She came in there literally just reading the fuck out of Cherie. And Monica, that bitch set it all up. She set it all up. She's very shady and very calculated. And I'm going to give you a person that she will remind you of. She reminds me of that motherfucker Sheree from Real Housewives of Atlanta. The way that Sheree used to be back in the first season, how she invited Nene to a party and they were supposed to be, all the differences had been squashed, and then she wasn't on the guest list. It was some of that type of bullshit that was going on. And she basically just flipped the script, got telling Cherie about what she didn't care for and all this kind of shady shit. And it was a mess. And Cherie basically ended it. She's like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm out of here. She left. She later on in the week went and talked to Tori. So she got Tori back on. Tori's like, what in the hell? You know, so now she knows that Tamika's back up to her old fucking tricks. And, oh yeah, that motherfucker Tamika had the nerve to tell Cherie, I'd have to have a stadium full of people in here to cover all the places that we heard you been sleeping and shit like that. Oh, she was nasty. Real nasty with it. I said, that's a mess. So Cherie met up with Tori, got Tori back on board. Tori's like, oh, so we going back to this shit again? Okay, no problem. A mess. Then Tamika had a scene, because it was truly the Tamika show, had a scene where she was being abusive to her assistant. Now, I just couldn't get that. She was saying that he dropped the ball on a couple things, and I'm saying, okay. But she got to calling him a dumbass assistant and all this kind of carrying on. Nobody got to work under them motherfucking terms. You know, she really talked bad to him. And all I got out of it, I don't think the boy did anything really all that bad. What I got was that bitch needed somebody to go off on the camera for her camera time. And he was who she chose. And I don't think she actually told him before the filming that she was going to go ahead and get off on him. So he had to kind of bite it. But I don't know, that little sissy wasn't having it. He gave her very much of really? Okay? And he's watching her. And as she's going, and I'm saying, look at this bitch showing out for this camera. Because that's all she was doing with her old hard-ass, squared-up jawline. Motherfucking clown. She kept going. He was taking it for as much as he could. And then he slipped a real good one on him. I don't know if y'all heard this or not. When he was saying, well, I don't work on Saturdays, Tamika. You know, this, that, thing, and the other. And that bitch is steady barking. And that little boy told her, well, you know what, baby? You can't get Gucci on a Gap budget. Boom! And there was nothing else that needed to be said. I said, now, that's when turning up goes real. He let her motherfucking have it. And he really didn't have to say anything else. He read that motherfucker dust. And then he's like, I'm out of here. No problem. And then she's going on, and then she want to get all up in his face. It didn't matter what you did from that point, Miss Tamika. That motherfucker read you dust, bitch. And he left one out of there. And then I seen there's this other little sissy who decided he's like another assistant or something. Oh, I just can't. I don't know why he was just saying great. Stop that motherfucking brown nosing, you dumbass bitch. She'll be cussing you out the next scene, you fucker. I hate people like that. I really do. I sat and I watched that. I don't know if you guys caught it. If you caught that, leave it down there in the comments. If you caught the one little assistant trying to brown nose and take the other assistant's job. Tell me if you guys seen that. I didn't care for it at all. She'll be cussing his punk ass out in the next coming episodes. I didn't care for that at all. Tell me if you seen it, guys. Anyway, and it was very, very unnecessary. He let her ass have it. She was showing off for the goddamn cameras. Greg was the little child's name that read Tamika's ass dust. Anyway, moving on. They go to a housewarming for Tamika. She treated all the girls bad. That was basically the end of the actual episode. She treated them all bad. She hurt every motherfucker's feelings in that motherfucker. When they left, all of their faces were long. All of their faces was like, I don't believe this bitch just did this. She hurt all their feelings. They were in there and she just started. They called her on it. Tori called her on it. Christina actually asked her, well, do you think you're better than us, Tamika? And the bitch wouldn't answer. And I guess they gave very much of a, okay, the answer would be a yes then. And they were like, we're out of here. We're leaving. She was like, bye. She was rude as hell, told her she don't trust women and this, that. All went right back to that nasty motherfucking manly looking bitch that she was in the first couple episodes. And they all left. They walked out her house. Talked about her like a dog, standing on her front steps. I thought that was cute. They talked about her ass real good. She sat in there, and Cherie just basically broke and went there. Her feelings were very, very hurt. She went there. Said that she was ugly and she looked like Dionne Warwick. Now, Cherie, you out of order. Dionne Warwick ain't done nothing to you. And Dionne Warwick ain't never looked as bad as Cherie. Tamika. Even in her oldest day, she don't look like that motherfucker Tamika. Okay? Tamika got a square-ass jawline that go all the way from here to here. That she's fucked up. Dionne Warwick, yeah, that bitch do look like she got a hip bone in her mouth. But she ain't as ugly as Tamika. But anyway, on that, guys, you can thumbs up or thumbs down the video. I'm going to end it there. More stuff to come. Very interesting. It was a very interesting, and it's a shame that Tamika, it has to be the Tamika show for the show to be interesting. She's a bitch, though. That Tamika, she's something else, honey. She didn't get her life in order. And I don't like that Monica. Somebody's going to punch that Monica's face in. And when, see, I'm going back. I almost forgot this. When Cherie actually sat with that Monica started blowing smoke up that goddamn Cherie's ass. Acting like, oh no, girl, I wasn't switching up on you. Yes, she was. And she's not your motherfucking friend. Just in case you were wondering. She's not your friend with her cockeyed ass. Fuck her. Fuck that Monica. I don't care if we don't see her again this season. Old slick ass bitch. Anyway, on that, guys, now I'm going to wrap it up. And I'll see you guys next week. Leave me comments down on the bottom and tell me what you think about this bullshit that's going on. And I'll get with y'all next week. Bye, guys.